What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the From the Booth podcast. Today is opening day for Major League Baseball, and I know this is primarily a football podcast, but I'm a huge baseball fan. As you can tell, I'm repping my Cubs jersey. I'm a big Cubs fan. Live here in Illinois, so that's number one. And number two, we're kind of in that spot in the NFL season where I don't really know what the fuck to talk about, and there's not really a whole lot going on right now. It's just kind of waiting for the draft. A lot of speculation on some other shit. So I thought might as well throw in one baseball video because maybe you guys, some of you guys are baseball fans out there like me who loves both leagues, but I don't know enough about Major League Baseball. I don't think to start my own podcast. Um, Contrary to what every other white male thinks, I do want to be well informed before I pick up a microphone and start talking on the internet. Um, but today I'm going to kind of just do a little fun little video talking about some MLB to NFL comparisons. So if you also like Major League Baseball, you can let me know what you think down below. But maybe if you are not a big fan of Major League Baseball and you're trying to get into it, maybe this can help you kind of connect the dots if you are a football fan. So we're going to be doing some MLB to NFL player comparisons today. So if you guys are new to the channel, please make sure to subscribe so you don't miss many other banger videos. Happy opening day to all of you. I hope all of your teams do not win the World Series, unless you're a Cubs fan, of course. But I hope you guys have a great baseball season. If you can, if you live by a stadium, go out and catch a few baseball games. It is so much fun. I went to, I think, four or five Cubs games last year. So much fun. Had fun on every single one. So go ahead and go catch a baseball game in person. It's awesome feeling. But um, going into these comparisons, I'm going to always start with the NFL players so that there's some level of familiarity between you guys, because obviously you guys know the National Football League. And then I'm going to compare them to its MLB equivalent. So I'm going to start with Trevor Lawrence, and I'm going to compare him to Julio Rodriguez of the Seattle Mariners. Both of these guys are young studs. They are revitalizing, for the most part, a bad franchise. I mean, the Jaguars have never done anything in their history, and the Seattle Mariners just recently broke a 20-plus year playoff drought. So two franchises that have not done much, but this player has come in. They've been one of the best of their positions. They've revitalized the franchise, and they've given the fans hope for years to come. So Trevor Lawrence and Julio Rodriguez are my comparison there. Next, I'm going to start with an easy one. I'm going to go with Patrick Mahomes, who is, by all accounts, the best player in the National Football League right now. He's the best quarterback, pretty undisputed, and he is going to win a lot of accolades in his career. A guy who is very similar to that is Mike Trout, best player at his position, has been for a long time. Going to be the best player of this generation, I have no doubt. Lots of accolades. Unfortunately for Mike Trout, he does not have the postseason success that Mahomes has had, or probably will, and will probably continue to have for the rest of his career. But Mike Trout has done everything else that you can think of, won every award, been the best player for so long. So Mike Trout is going to be my comparison for Patrick Mahomes. Next, I'm going to talk about the Cheetah, Tyreek Hill. His comparison is going to be Trey Turner of the Philadelphia Phillies. Both guys are speed demons. Both guys can fly. But although his speed is an essential part to their game, it's not the only part to their game, right? Tyreek Hill is a great route runner. He's got good hands. He knows how to leverage defenders. Trey Turner plays great defense. As we saw in the World Baseball Classic, has power to hit home runs. I mean, dude was on steroids. I mean, the last time I saw an American going that crazy probably had to have been, the Revolutionary War. I mean, they were he was going insane. Um, but Trey Turner's got power. He can play defense. He can have an average. He can do a lot. Unlike some other guys who are solely speed dependent, Tyreek and Trey Turner are not speed dependent, but speed is a big part of their game. Next, we're going to talk about Aaron Rodgers. He's been in kind of the news lately about his potential trade to the New York Jets. And as you guys know, Aaron Rodgers, as much as I hate to admit it, Hall of Fame career, one of the best to ever do it. He's extremely talented, but he's kind of weird. He's kind of fucking weird. Some of the shit he does is just a little out of bounds, and that most closely resembles Zach Greinke. Zach Greinke is a phenomenal pitcher. He's gonna be a Hall of Famer. I believe he's about the same age as Aaron Rodgers as well. All the talent in the world. But man, some of the shit that guy does, he's just a fucking weirdo. Like, there's just some screws loose with that man. So Aaron Rodgers is comparable to Zach Greinke. Next, we have Justin Jefferson of the Minnesota Vikings, one of the young faces of the league, a guy who has revolutionized the post-touchdown dance celebratory with the gritty. and a guy who I think is going to be really good for years to come. My comparison for Justin Jefferson is Fernando Tatis Jr. of the San Diego Padres. Again, young kid, really, really good. One of the most energizing players in the entire league, a face of the league. I mean, he was on MLB The Show. Um, a guy who, I think has not he's not the creator of it by any means, but he has taken its popularity to another level with the bat flips. Fernando Tatis and Justin Jefferson to me share a lot of similarities. A lot of the kids these days in the youth look up to both of those guys. So Fernando Tatis and Justin Jefferson would be my next comparison. Next, I'm going to take Lamar Jackson and his ongoing contract dispute with the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson is an electrifying player. He's a young player. He's phenomenal. He is a talent unlike we've seen in a long, long time. Unfortunately, though, in the last couple of seasons, we've seen injuries play a part of slowing him down a little bit. And, with his contract negotiations, it's become evident that his injury history has been brought up as a way to earn him less money. A guy I would compare that to in Major League Baseball is Byron Buxton. Byron Buxton is a phenomenal player. He is a top 10 player in Major League Baseball, in my opinion. He can field, he has elite defense, he's fast, he can hit, he has power. Everything you want from a Major League Baseball player, plays a premium position just like Lamar does in center field. But unfortunately, the injuries have just kind of slowed him down a little bit, and that's cost him a bit financially. But man, when those two guys are on the field, they are some of the best players in their respective leagues, and I hope and pray to God that for this upcoming season, for both of them, they can stay on the field for the duration of the season. Next, we have Jalen Ramsey, the hot-headed, fiery, shit-talking corner now of the Miami Dolphins, joining via a trade in this offseason, who has been one of the best corners in the league pretty much since he came into the league. Highly anticipated, highly touted prospect, very similar to Bryce Harper, who was also a much more highly anticipated, much highly drafted prospect as well coming out. Um, Bryce Harper kind of shares that same fiery personality, pissed off personality, shit talking personality that Jalen Ramsey does. He's been ejected. He's gotten in fights. Jalen Ramsey, if you guys remember years ago, got in that fight with AJ Green, which was pretty fucking cool. But similarly to Jalen Ramsey, I mean, they've backed it up. They've been one of the best players in Major League Baseball since he came in the league in, I believe, 2010. He has continually, had amazing stats, just won MVP not too long ago, just led the Phillies to the World Series last year. So, like Jalen Ramsey did with the Rams. So, I would say that Jalen Ramsey and Bryce Harper are a perfect comparison in the NFL MLB world. My next comparison is I'm actually going to start with a baseball player on this one. Shocker, I'm switching it up. But my comparison is going to be Shohei Ohtani. For those of you who don't know, Shohei Ohtani is the ace pitcher slash home run hitter slash best player in the league, not named or maybe even named Mike Trout. What's his comparison? And the reality of Shohei Ohtani's comparison to National Football League is that there is no fucking comparison. There is no player in Major League Baseball quite like Shohei Ohtani, and there's no player in the NFL quite like Shohei Ohtani. There's no player that plays offense at a premium level, at a top 10 level, and is also a top 10 defender. My comparison for Shohei Ohtani would be if Patrick Mahomes rushed the passer like Michael Parsons. Like if Patrick Mahomes never came off the field, he was still an amazing quarterback, was taking the Chiefs on touchdown drives. But then when the Chiefs went on defense, he played defensive end and racked up the pass rushing numbers that like Micah Parsons or Myles Garrett or Nick Bosa does. That would be my comparison for Shohei Ohtani. So I think that just goes to show you guys how insanely amazing Shohei Ohtani is, what a gift he is to the world of baseball. And anybody who doesn't acknowledge that just simply does not like the game of baseball. So let me know what you guys think down below. Again, I kind of ran out of ideas for this little dead period in the NFL, so I wanted to hit you guys with a cool little video. Hope you guys all enjoy opening day. I am hoping for health for your favorite players as well. I hate seeing injuries, but let me know what you guys think. Make sure to subscribe if you are new, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.